What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Judith Plains, Montana. $10 million challenge. I hope y'all are doing well. This is episode 30. And honestly, it's a pretty big accomplishment for me. That means I have at least 30 videos on YouTube. And this entire series was actually my first thing on YouTube. My very first video was this $10 million challenge that was actually on Riverbend Springs. And so for this episode, we're going to be planting some cotton. But we're also going to go ahead and probably move to April and plant all of our other crops. So we have a huge planting session ahead of us. So stay tuned for that. Also stay tuned for later on this week. With it being episode 30, that also means within the next week or so, I'm going to be dropping a supercut of episodes 21 through 30 all combined into one video, so that way you can go ahead and get yourself caught up if you're a little bit behind. I also have two other supercuts for season 1 and season 2, so go ahead, check those out if you have time. I'll put a card up for both of those videos here in a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and get in this John Deere, our big tractor, and let's get this Kinsey planter right quick, and we'll head on over to the field, over to the cotton field. Alright, we are pulling up to the field right now. In the last episode, we ended up selling a lot, well, really not even all that much goods, really. But however, we made $600,000. I know it says 590, so that looks like, to me, all we did was press on to the next month. And so that tells me that our production costs and all of our monthly fees that we have to pay are about $10,000, which is a crazy amount right now. A lot of that has to do with the animals because of the water, and then the production costs for all of our productions running, so things like that. And I'm pretty sure we turned off all the productions. I'll have to take a look at that here in a little bit just to make sure, but I slowed time down a lot, and the reason why is because I don't know if we can actually plant in the snow. And I don't want to take a risk of not being able to plant. So it's supposed to rain, or snow, excuse me, it's supposed to snow until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 1400 for my 24-hour people, but yeah, I don't want to risk not being able to plant. So I know we can also plant cotton in March, but I really don't want to risk it, so. But yeah, very excited that this is episode 30. I think the channel has done really well, and as always, I appreciate every single one of you guys that tune into this channel, and I appreciate every single one of you guys that subscribe to this channel as well. It really keeps me motivated. I know, again, I've said it before, I'll say it again, my voice isn't exactly emotionally vibrant, so it's kind of hard to tell whenever I'm actually excited and actually motivated and things like that, but it really does. It really does motivate me to keep on doing this. And because it tells me that I'm putting out content that people actually enjoy. And if I'm doing that, then I'm happy. It honestly makes me very happy to do this. So, but yeah, we're going to get this cotton in the ground. And then we have to plant every single field in this episode. I don't think we have a choice. We have to plant corn. We have to plant barley. We have to plant wheat. We're planting cotton right now. And the bad thing, well, the good problem is there's more crops to come. Because we have so much stuff to get done as far as productions go. The productions, man, they are going to take a lot of effort and a lot of crops. That means a lot of field work, a lot of harvesting, a lot of everything, so probably a lot of AI work too. We're probably going to start doing a lot more AI work, depending on how much money we can keep in the bank. I know I'm a very, I buy a lot of things very quickly, so. But, yeah, we have Jack Daniels coming soon, very soon, probably we might actually buy it this episode, if not, definitely next episode. Jack Daniels is the way we're going to go. And then after that, we need to buy the pizza factory. After that, probably, I was thinking preserved goods. So the spinach bags for spinach. get that on the card, and then we'll have to think of other productions to put down. Either we put more productions down or we do more with the productions that we currently have. We are going to move the dairy. We're going to sell the dairy on the map, and we're going to move it to field 50 over here. So that way, any excess milk, buffalo milk or cow's milk that we get, we can sell it instead of just kind of holding it, because I can't put it in a silo, you know what I mean? I got to get rid of it somehow. And if the production ends up being full, then I have nowhere to put it. So we're going to get that figured out pretty quick as well, but that'll be in a few more episodes. That's not going to be right now. So, all right, let's go ahead and get this cotton planting knocked out right quick, and I'll see y'all here in a little bit. Alright, we just finished up our last full row. However, we got this little tiny thing right there, right next to that blue line. And it's not all the way down, but it's most of the way, so we're just going to go ahead and plant all the way through just in case we missed anything by accident. And then after this, we're going to go ahead and fill this back up with liquid fertilizer. And we're going to double check everything, make sure the animals are good throughout the winter. And we're going to move on to probably April. Heading right into spring. Go ahead and get our planting going. We'll get the AI going on the corn, and we'll hop into the case and get going on probably the canola first. I think we'll do canola first, and then we'll do canola first, then the barley, and then the wheat. I think we'll do that. Which, yeah, I really don't think we need as much barley as I think we need. But I don't know, because we haven't hit the max of chickens yet, but we will next year. So we kind of need to make sure we have enough, if that is the case. Okay, yeah, they are going through a lot, actually. They're actually going through a lot right now. 3, 6, 9, 12, 50. We are at capacity for chickens. We have 1,250 chickens right now. So we are at capacity for chickens. We have 600 chickens that are actually putting out eggs. The other 650 chickens are not putting out any eggs because they're not old enough yet. And our water buffalo are doing amazing as far as production goes. 31,000 liters of buffalo milk is crazy. Let's check on the dairy. Yeah, the dairy's got 20,000 liters in there, and they've only put out about 3,000 liters of buffalo mozzarella. So, which kind of hurts, but that's okay. We're not even selling that stuff until October, I think. Yeah, we're not even selling it till October, and let's see, fabric is going crazy, so we're going to be selling that here soon. We have no more cotton, so that's pretty much done. Goat cheese is in October as well, and we already have 18,000 liters. Oh yeah, this is wonderful. This is fantastic. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and get this planter filled up on fertilizer, get it to the cornfield. And we'll hook up our case and get it ready as well. I do want to go ahead and take a second and give a huge shout out to Socks Way Up Farming Simulator. I'm sure y'all have heard of him. He's a fantastic role-playing farming simulator type content creator, and he is doing an amazing job. I ended up speaking with him a couple weeks ago on his live stream. Gave me some really good insights for channel progression and things like that, and just gave me his start, and really motivates me. Really, I see Socks Way Up as a potential mentor, if that makes sense. So I wanted to give him a huge shout out. Go check out his channel. His channel will be linked down in the description. But yeah, he's awesome. So if you guys are into like farming role play, cattle series, things like that, survival challenges, he does all that stuff, and he's really good at it. So I don't know why I'm putting this up. Why am I putting it up? We need to fill it up. But anyways. But yeah. We need to fill this up, and then we need to get the case ready. What else? We need to double check out all the productions and things like that. Make sure we didn't turn anything off. We're going to go ahead and do that. Yep. Milk is still going. The dairies are still good. Fermenting silo is done, so that's all turned off. The wheat has 13,000 liters still left in it, so we're going to keep that running. We'll turn it off next month. Hay ventilation still going, still putting it out. The bread is still being made because of flour and all that good stuff. I didn't turn that off, did I? Okay. I don't know why it's not baking at the right thing, but anyways. Canola is turned off. The spinnery is turned off. And the TMR production is still putting out TMR like crazy. So, yep, we are sitting pretty. We will need to bale up some straw. 211,000 liters. And we'll probably having to end up do hay at some point. We still have those two way out there, if y'all see it. We still have those 2 rows of 24 bales each, so that should be okay. We're gonna leave this right here. We're gonna press on to February. Animals, I'll feed the cattle right quick, or the buffaloes right quick, and then, all right, we are in April, and our water buffalo have ran out of food. I went ahead and I was like, well, I'll go ahead and feed them, 150, 200,000 liters, and they should be fine. And my game is lagging to all craziness. Hang on. Let's get this back to check. There we go. Kind of. I don't think I'm lagging, like... My recording's not lagging, it's literally the game. This is the one downside of this mod map, is it takes a while for like shaders to load and things like that. So if you have issues with frame rate at first, it's normal. So all right, but yeah, the water buffalo ran out, and I was like, okay, I don't see how, because 200,000 liters is a lot of TMR. It's a lot of food. So they shouldn't have ran out, but they did. And so they're at, 1.3 million liters. Okay, we have so much to put in there. That's fine, but they did pop out some babies. 198 babies. So 2, 3, 4. Oh. We have max capacity of water buffalo right now. I think. If my math is correct, we have max capacity for water buffalo, which is awesome. So they're about to be producing a lot of milk. We actually really do need to sell that dairy and put down another one. So that other field is $211,000. So what I think we should do is let this current dairy run out. We go ahead and buy the field in the next dairy, and then we fill up the new dairy with what's in the cow cow barn right now, which is 45,000 liters. So much milk, so much milk, so much water buffalo milk. Where am I getting caught? Where am I getting caught? I'm gonna have to move it. A little bit. But we go ahead and fill up our own, let the other one run out. When the other one runs out of all the product, we go ahead and sell it off, and then that way we can sell our excess whenever it comes October time frame. Because we're gonna have excess. It's just, it is what it is. With 500 water buffalo, there's no way one dairy can keep up. Or, could be a good idea too, is instead of sell it off, we still make our own dairy, but now we have 2 dairies, and that there's one dairy specifically dedicated only to buffalo mozzarella. I think that would be amazing. I think that would be actually a decent idea, because the buffalo mozzarella is a big money maker for us. It's $14,000 per 1,000 liters, and we're on normal difficulty as far as I know. We should be, yeah, we're on normal economic difficulty, and it's $14,000 per 1,000 liters. So, am I correct on that? Is my math right on that? Yeah, 14,000 liters per 1,000 liters. So the more buffalo mods we have, we're making so much more money. And that's what this challenge is all about. Making money. Making $10 million in 1 year. That is all about this challenge. So I am all game for it. We're still doing a lot of crops. We're still going to do Jack Daniels. May not be this episode now that I think about it. I think these animals need some attention first. We get these animals lined up. The chickens are doing well once we get the barley, and the goats are doing just fine. They're no big deal. Goats are easy to take care of. There's no, like grass, no big deal. Doesn't even have to be hay. Grass is fine. And then same thing with the chickens. As long as they have barley, they're happy. Now these needy water buffalo need everything. So just to mix it into a ration for them. So they are very hungry. I'm telling you, they might as well be hippos. They eat so much. And to add cows into the mix, that might be too much. I think cows are a little bit too much. We might not do cows. We'll just keep with the water buffalo and just stay with them. We're going to put a lot of TMR in here. I'm probably going to fill up the pen. So I'm going to go ahead and get that finished up, and then we're going to get right to planting all of our fields. Because we have a lot to plant. So much to plant. Alright, this should be the last load of TMR. Let's see, yeah. 494,000, literally 495,000 really, of TMR into the water buffalo pens. So they're pretty much capped out. We're gonna go ahead and park this trailer right here. We're gonna get this worker going on the cornfield. Or actually, you know what? We're gonna do we're gonna put the worker on the cedar with this case. We're gonna do the cornfield. So I did some math, and it looks like we are doing pretty well financially, actually. So where is this trigger at? Did I mess up the triggers? Let's see. Right there? Right there. There we go. But I did some math. And we ended up making, I'll have to give you exact total, $518,211 so far this year. So what do I mean by January? No. By this year, I mean the beginnings of October. Because our very first month was August. In the very first month, you're not going to make anything. There is no way you can make any money on the first month, as far as I know. If there is a way, please let me know. I would love to know. Unless you sell buildings and things like that. So, I think our year starts in October, honestly. And so because of that, since October, we've made $518,000. So we're on good track, and we still have money to make this year. We still have to make money from the fabric, so which is another $200,000. So we're almost to the million mark. The 1 million mark, which I think is going to increase significantly in the next year. Once we get these water buffalo stabilized, and then on top of that, we get the whiskey going, Jack Daniels, and then later on that year, I think in the next year, towards the end of next year in the game, we will have that preserved food factory, and we'll be doing spinach. That is going to be field dependent. I think a lot of it, I think we do really make sure our income is going towards fields right now until we get stabilized on our stuff, because our productions aren't even at full capacity yet. Okay? They aren't even running full. Oh, uh-oh. So I noticed something when we were planting cotton. I noticed something. And it was that it wasn't showing me my nitrogen level on my left-hand side, but it does for this one. But it's not doing it for my planter. But I mean, it's changing things for the thing on the map. So, but it's not planting my corn like it should. Oh, it's not getting rid of the corn stalks. Okay. Oh, that's unfortunate. All right, we're gonna put the AI on this one. I don't want to plant that. Absolutely not. We're gonna let an AI do that. Absolutely. Okay, it shows for the AI, but it doesn't show for me. That's so strange. We're gonna have this AI be done. Why won't it? Okay, that's weird. Might be a bug. Might have to reload my stuff, which is fine. No big deal. We will deal with it in the next episode. Hopefully in the next episode it actually has it. Because I like to know where I'm planting. I like to know if I'm planting on loam or if I'm planting on sandy loam. Whatever. What have you. So. Alright, we have a lot of acres. I did math on that too. We're planting 83 acres today. On this episode. 83 acres of crop going in the ground. This is barley. Oh no, this is supposed to be my wheat field, yo. Alright, we'll cultivate. It's fine. We'll fix that problem later. Let's see. B. Alright, there we go. That's better. There's the wheat. We'll cultivate that barley up, because this was supposed to be the wheat field. We need to make sure this is the wheat field. Because, man, that yield was not great for our production. And then the canola field is going to be in the old grass field. Barley's going in the old wheat field. The corn is staying where it's at because we need that for silage. And if we put it in one of these big fields, I literally just don't have the time to do that kind of harvest. that big kind of harvest. So unless I did it all off camera, showed y'all little snippets maybe, but otherwise I wouldn't be able, I would not have time to do it. That's probably how the spinach is going to be if we end up doing like a really big field, but spinach is very high yielding, so we shouldn't need to do that. We shouldn't need a very big field. Like 10-15 acres should be more than enough for spinach. That should really fill the factory, honestly. I did it on Frankenmuth. I had a personal playthrough on Frankenmuth, and I did the preserved fruit factory, and I did a spinach. Well, the spinach I put into my smallest field, which was like 10 acres, and it ended up filling the preserved food factory with just 10 acres because it has that second growth potential, and so it did really well. So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to on spinach. I like spinach. I like doing it. I like harvesting it. It's a fun crop. But let me know you guys' thoughts on what we should do. I'm curious because I'm kind of running out of ideas. I'd like to hear what you guys think we should do as far as production goes, or maybe some more animals, whatever. I'm down for whatever. All right, let's get this stuff going. Alright, we are on our last little strip of the wheat field. I had to fill up on fertilizer. We did run out of fertilizer. So that is, which is a lot of fertilizer. I think we might benefit from getting a slurry spreader, because in the water buffalo pen, there's like 700,000 liters of slurry that we can be using for fertilizer. So I think that might be the play. Where we spread some slurry on a few of these fields to keep the cost of fertilizer down, because they're going to be producing a lot of slurry, a lot more slurry than what we could probably keep up with anyways. At some point we should probably think about, I don't think the map has a bio plant, and so we might have to actually build our own. If that's the case, oh, it does have a bio. Okay. It does have a biogas plant. Sweet. So we could also do that. I don't know. I've never done a biogas plant before. Never done it before. I have no idea how much electric charges are or how much methane is. I know those are the products of slurry, and the digestate is a byproduct, and digestate can be used as fertilizer as well. But I don't know. I don't know how much that stuff is as far as selling it goes. I think it's a significant amount. Let me know, because I'm genuinely curious. I have no idea. And it's not in here to tell me how much that stuff is. Nothing. So I'm actually genuinely curious. I have no idea. I think digestate is though, or the methane. No, the methane's not in here either. Yeah, methane's not in here either. So I don't know. Molasses is. I don't even know where to get molasses. All right. So we're gonna finish up. I was a bit optimistic on planting all of our fields. We might leave the canola field for the next episode, because it is getting late. I gotta get to bed. Y'all know I work, so and I make these recordings after I get off work, so I do need to get to bed. However, we'll do all but one field. The worker did finish up on the cornfield, which is good. I know it doesn't look planted, but it is planted, I promise. And we'll go ahead and knock out this barley field right here, and then I think that's where we're going to call it for the night once that field is done. Stay tuned for the next couple weeks, okay? So the reason why is Highland Fishing is coming out very soon here in the next couple weeks. And where am I going? Why don't we just go ahead and start planting? How about that? Let's just do that. I was about to put everything up. But anyways, stay tuned, because Highland Fishing is coming out in a couple weeks, and we're gonna be doing a Let's Play series on that, and I'm gonna also be dropping a video learning how to fish. So very much a learn with me type video, and I think y'all are gonna enjoy that video a lot. We'll learn exactly what the fishing entails, what it does, how to do it. The sports fishing thing that was advertised for a little bit there, that I've seen a couple things on. And then actually how much money does that fishing thing make, because if it makes a lot of money, like I think it's going to, it might be worth putting into this series if we can find a place for it. And then we'll go from there. I don't know. It's very high potential. It looks very fun. The equipment looks very fun as well. And the new crops look pretty cool too. So maybe there's productions with those. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure there are with the new crops. I'm pretty sure there's new productions with those new crops. So again, if it's worth it, we'll implement it into this series as well. But that Let's Play series will be a pretty good series, I think. Ooh, we never weeded that cotton field. So we're gonna have to spray. Yep. We have large weeds, so we're gonna have to spray that with herbicide. Whoopsie. I didn't mean to miss that. Oh well. Anyways. So, yeah. That Let's Play series isn't gonna last for very long. But it'll last long enough. Probably through 50 episodes or so, give or take. And the first couple weeks that Highland is out, I'm going to be doing 2 videos a week on that one and 1 video a week on this one. And then once the hype goes away for Highland Fishing, we'll switch it to 1 episode of Highland and then 2 episodes of $10 Million Challenge. So, yeah, let me know what y'all think about Highland Fishing, if you're excited for it, if you're kind of indifferent about it, if you're not a fan of it. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I think it's going to be awesome, honestly. I think there's a lot of mod potential too for that. So I'm kind of excited to see the mods that come out for this one as well. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this field done right quick. Won't take us too long. And then we'll probably wrap up the episode at that point. All right, we are all done with that field. And yeah, we'll plant canola whenever we come back in the next episode. So, with that being said, we're going to leave this case and the planter right here. We'll take care of the John Deere and the Kinsey planter here in a little while. But if you like this episode, if you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and smash that like button for me. Also, if you're new to the channel or you just enjoy this type of content, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that way you can get all of the notifications from this channel every time I do post a video. But I will see you guys in the next one, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Y'all have a great day.